It's a wonderful day for any Nintendo fan, including me. It's the launch of the Nintendo Switch system. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors. I was very fortunate that this did come in time. I pre-ordered it with my own money. I've never held a Nintendo Switch console before, so this is truly going to be my first hands-on experience with this system, and I'm very excited. I do want to mention the giveaway winner for the Trophy Series Link figure will be announced at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. I also got in the Breath of the Wild Master Edition. This thing's insane. Look at how big this thing is. That one I'm going to get to in a whole nother video. I cannot believe that this box is 3 times the size of the Nintendo Switch box, essentially. But let's get to this Nintendo Switch. This is a home console meets handheld, and this is perfect for Nintendo. This is exactly what the Wii U really should have been. Just taking a look at the box, wonderful retro kind of packaging. We have red, we have white, we have some colors as well, but the system is black. I did have no option in actually getting the other system. The other one had the neon blue and neon red. I wasn't able to pre-order that one. They were out of them. So I got this one, but this one looks more retro classic Nintendo, I feel like. Good image of what this system can do there. On the back, very plain. On the top, we have Nintendo going back to their iconic red. They moved to gray for a few years. It's great to see them going back to red. Just to give you an idea of what is in this box and the bottom of this box right here, you do have a visualization right here of everything that it includes, but let's actually open this up and see what it has. Alright, so the best way to open this, it looks like, is right here. I have never held one of these before. Nice little setup guide, actually, right here. That looks fantastic. Plug it in, set it up, and then you can actually get playing. Wow, here it is, right away, boom. Let's just take a good look at that right there. That looks fantastic. I just want to get out the system itself right away. I'm not even going to wait. I'm going to just take this out and get this in my hands for the very first time. This is the entire system. This is the system itself in my hands. That's so cool. I'm finally holding a Nintendo Switch after all this time, putting my finger marks all over it. Wow. Alright, just taking it in. Nintendo Switch on the back. There is the screen. Of course, the Joy-Cons plug in on the side. Here we have the power button, the volume button, it looks like, on top. We have where you can put in your headphone jack. This looks like it's the game cards going up here. They're really, really tiny. So that massive box I showed you for Breath of the Wild Master Edition all comes down to a cartridge that fits right in there. The Joy-Cons go in on the side. On the back, you have the kickstand. Now, I've never used this before. I don't know how to use it. Okay, so this isn't nearly as bad as everyone was making it out. There was a few videos out there that would just say, like, look at how it just falls over. That doesn't fall over whatsoever. That looks really cool. I think it works well when it clicks and it's going to stay. This is also where you will put your micro SD card. I did pick up a micro SD card because my wife bought one for me for my birthday. I knew I'd need to get that. So in Canada, this was $400. In the States, it was like $300. That's a lot of money. I just can't get over holding this system for the first time. Let's get to the other stuff as well. I'm going to leave that down because I don't want to knock it over. The Joy-Cons. I like this packaging. It's just right to it. Let's just get right to the Joy-Cons. Some green tape in there. This is the Joy-Con L controller. I'm just going to put those back where they are. Let me take out both of them. These feel kind of cool right now. They feel a little bit hefty as well. They don't feel like they're cheaply made. It almost feels like metal, in my opinion. So let's actually see what this is all about. Alright, so obviously you have the A, B, the X, Y button. You have the little thing that shows you how you connect it with the positive and the negative. The home button is on this one. Then you have R and ZR are up here. And let's actually hold these. So this is the opposite. You do have something here. I think the right one has... I'm not sure which one has the Amiibo functionality. One of these you can actually scan in the Amiibo on itself. Wow. Alright, so this is how you could play, like this. This feels more comfortable to me. These are pretty tiny. If you compare these to the Wii Remotes, these are much smaller. I don't have gigantic hands. My hands are probably average size. So the joysticks feel very small, actually. They feel smaller than what they have previously on Nintendo systems, but it does feel comfortable. I don't think touching this is as comfortable. This joystick, it's a little bit lower. And then the other way you're going to be gaming with this is sideways as well. So you're going to be doing that. Alright, so I've never really held those before. I do want to put them in the system for the first time and hear that click. So let's put up the kickstand. And I'm going to put in this for the first time. Let's see how easy this is. So you're just going to slide it in. Nice, little click. Going to get used to that sound all the time. There is the system. That is a thing of beauty. That looks wonderful. Holding this, This isn't that heavy. I feel like it is heavier than the Wii U gamepad. It probably is by a little bit, but this is the entire system. And that screen, a lot of people were commenting, you know, it's small or it's big or it looks beautiful or they're not really sure about it. This, just in my hands, looks absolutely fantastic. I'm amazed at this. Finally, Nintendo, you've blown me out of the water again. I feel like the Wii U was really innovative and it went in a good direction, and this just capitalized on so many of Nintendo's past history and everything else that they've done. There's the Switch console, but let's see what else comes in the box. So you have the first insert, just going to move that over to the side. Here is the rest of the boxed packaging. So on the side here, you have the high-speed HDMI cable. So I guess it's a little bit faster than usual. Just going to take this out, put the bags to the side for now. Then you have the AC adapter. That is a monstrous piece. I still have no idea why they have to put this on the end. I know it's probably there's a reason for it, electronically speaking, but you don't need to put this on the end, Nintendo. I would have liked it just to be a really small port that goes into the wall. However, this one you're not going to see. You're just going to have it behind kind of the wall. And at least they made this system really clean. However, why is that so monstrous in this day and age? Here is one of the straps, so that's one of them. Just going to keep that where it should go. And the other one's up here. Okay, going to put them back. So these ones will go on to the controllers. I'll do that in a moment. I just want to get out everything else in this box. In foam packaging, this is the controller. This does not actually charge the controllers. So this is just the normal grip, but it will not charge the controllers themselves, the Joy-Cons. So I'll get to using that in a moment and give you my quick opinions of that. Then we have some small instructions, but really not very much. And this must be the dock. Finally, lastly, the dock for this Nintendo Switch. This is in bubble wrap, and it's also in foam. So they really want to take care of the dock. The dock sells for over like $100, just the dock itself. Let's get to that in a moment. I just want to keep all the packaging kind of to the side for now. I'm also going to close back up this box and put it gloriously at the back of the frame for this shot. I'm really excited to play this thing. Let's put that right there. Oh yeah, and if you didn't notice, I have all the Nintendo consoles in the background over there because I thought it would be really great to have that for this kind of video. So we're going to put that right there. Let's move this cardboard out of the way. Don't need that really in the shot either. Alright, so the dock. Get a good look at this. So there's the Nintendo Switch logo is on the dock. That looks pretty cool. That's well done. This kind of feels like it's made of hard plastic, almost like steel. On the back you have the Nintendo logo. It says HDMI. And this, I assume, is going to open up so that you can put everything in it. So that just pops down. You have the AC adapter port where it goes up here. You have the USB and you have HDMI out. And then, of course, all your cables are going to run and come out of that hole right there so that this can be a nice, clean, integrated system that the Switch can go on. You have two more USB docks right here. And if you look down into this, it's really hard to see, but that is where the system will actually connect to. So I guess one of the ways, first time ever doing this as well. There we go. So that's pretty easy. So that's going to immediately then go to your TV, depending on the speed of your TV. And as I lift this back up, then it will automatically go back to the... This looks fantastic. I'm blown away. This looks so cool. Alright, so if I actually want to remove these, I've never removed them before. There's little buttons here, it looks like, at the back. So I'm kind of learning as I go. So you just squeeze those buttons, and you pull the controller up. So I'm going to put this into the dock. It sounds like that docked. Cool. So that's docked right now. And then let's try it with the Joy-Con. This is the grips, I guess. Just to see what this looks like for the first time. Nice little clicking action. This kind of does look like a dog. A lot of people were commenting and made this meme of this looking like a Nintendo dog. It really does. It kind of looks like that, which is pretty cool. This feels relatively comfortable. It is a little bit smaller in my hands than I'm used to. I think a GameCube controller is a little bit wider, and the Wii U Pro controller is probably something similar to this. I could get used to this over time, but I don't think this is going to be as comfortable as the Pro controller, which I will do an unboxing for later on. I feel like maybe this is a little bit more narrow than the Pro controller that I got in, but this works pretty well. So to take it out, you just slide it up by pressing those two buttons and it comes off. This will not charge, I am told. You have to buy the charging grip for that. The last thing that I have not done is put the Joy-Con grips on. So this one is positive, and this one's positive, obviously, and you're going to then click that in. And then I'm going to do the same thing with these ones and just give you my reaction to that as well. So these ones are going to have the joysticks in different positions. If you're using it this way, the Joy-Cons feels like it's in a pretty good place. I'm constantly feeling like though I'm going to hit the ZL and the L button right up here. So these are a little small, but if you were in a bind and you really wanted to play two-player local, you could play Mario Kart or something like this. I could see it. They tried to make this work with the buttons and tried to make these look like they're pretty similar to one another. Now this one, I was concerned where this Joy-Con, not the Joy-Con, I was concerned where this joypad kind of was, the joystick. And I feel like it's not in that bad of a position. It's a little bit awkward. Maybe it's over by maybe half an inch or so where it would be more comfortable being over here. The buttons will work pretty well. They're probably still going to call them A, X, and B, Y. And the triggers are okay. They're not in the best place, but they're in relatively good positions. And it makes the triggers feel like they're actually buttons now. They still feel a little bit weak. But overall, that's alright. I'm more concerned about hitting these two buttons as I like grip the controller and you could probably mash into them and maybe hit against them or something like that. But those look pretty cool. I'm going to take these off again, so you hold the buttons, and if you're holding those buttons, nice. It just comes right off. This is really exciting. This is something new from Nintendo, and this is really what the Wii should have been. The Wii U should have been. So now I'm having some problems with this one. I'm going to hold the button. Try and get it off. Alright, button. And I'm a noob. I'm a brand new noob to this. Let's work through this. So let's do this one more time, make sure that I know what I'm doing, obviously. Let's try it again. So put it over here. And that's obviously backwards, because I'm a noob. What a noob. Alright, so I'm just going to leave these for now. I'm blown away by this system. This looks really fantastic, actually. I'm a big fan of something that you can take on the go and that you can actually use local play as well. You can do both things with this system. That's very exciting for me. I think playing Breath of the Wild is almost going to be a problem. Like, I'm going to be playing that thing way too often on the go and way too often in public. Both of them at any time is going to be absolutely insane. Playing this system, I just can't believe you can play this system on planes. You can play it anywhere you go. I'm really excited for this. I want to play Breath of the Wild. I want to play The Legend of Zelda. I want to play the Mario Odyssey game coming out. I want to play anything that Nintendo can come up with, as long as they have the high quality that they're supposed to, and that they've been delivering in not as much recent years, but in the past. I do want to get to the giveaway for the Link World of Nintendo figure. So this World of Nintendo figure goes to, drumroll please, C Hiccup. C Hiccup, I will be contacting you, or you can email me on lithium017@gmail.com, and I will send this anywhere in the world. Congratulations to you. I'm really excited for the Nintendo Switch. I'm also going to be unboxing the Master Edition of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This thing is monstrous. It's 3 times the size of the Nintendo Switch, so make sure you pay attention to that in the future. Nintendo Switch, beautiful system it looks like. My first impression of just holding it is I think this thing's going to be a lot of fun for years to come. I hope this rebounds and hope this blows the Wii U out of the water. Hopefully Nintendo sells this year like 7 to 10 million units of these things. But you can comment below. Do you feel like you're going to be getting this? Or is this just way too expensive to be picking up? And I wonder how many people are actually going to be interested in getting this system. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to fill that like bucket. Follow me on all social media links in the description below the video. And remember, as always, go collect them all and keep smiling while gaming. Nintendo Switch! I'm going to be playing tomorrow. By the way, Breath of the Wild live on YouTube. So be sure to check that out. Have a good day, everyone.